What about some of the weapons that you're issued? I know that you're issued a gun, taser, mace. What other things?
It's just handcuffs, batons. Uh, Probably the most important thing on my belt is my radio. We use that to holler at each other, so you can get help. People know where you're at in case
Right.
something does go wrong.
I know, you never know. See, when you pull over a car, you're not going to take a chance on your life. You know, we see so many officers, a routine traffic stop go terribly wrong, and so many fallen officers. So people need to be aware of this. You know, don't be fidgeting around in the car. Don't make any uncertain sudden moves or anything like that, because you know you will protect yourself.
We think you're trying to hide maybe a weapon,
Right.
Narcotics, anything of that nature. If you're moving around a lot, we think there's a reason.
Right. And if you're pulled over, for them, the do's and the don'ts, for them not to get outside the car.
We like to have you seated. If we want to conduct it out, we'll ask you to stand out.
Right.
We like for people to keep their hands on the steering wheel just till we get there, so we know that you're not fidgeting around, hiding things, or
Right.
trying to get a weapon ready or anything of that nature.
Like if you pull over somebody you think they might be under the influence of alcohol or maybe drugs, or their driving is impaired, the sobriety test, what do you do there? Do you pull them out and just...
Yeah, we pull them out. We have a standard field sobriety test that we give. It's taught at the academy.
Okay. And then you just give them the breathalyzer and...
That's part of it.
Okay. And the walking on the
The
line...
9-step walk and turn, one leg stand, the horizontal gaze and nystagmus, the eye test.
Right.
We also have the little finger counts and the ABCs and things of that nature that we do.
So if people fail this test, they're going to jail.
Yes.
And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You must obey the law. We've got laws set up here in Corbin, and good men that's out enforcing the law, and they won't take any chances on their life, and I don't blame you, because you go to work just the same as everybody else to do your job, and you can't take nothing for granted, because they might be somebody there, they got a weapon on them. You've got to be prepared for this.
You never know.
And it's a bad time that we're living in. But what are some more ways that we, as the people, can be out on the roadways showing courtesy to other people? Yielding.
Yeah, that's what causes a lot of our road rages is people won't just stop and let another person go. You know what I'm saying? Just be mindful of other people.
Mindful of other people. And what if there's some older people out driving? They're automatically going to go a little slower.
Show them respect. They've earned it.
Right. Respect people. And don't run over nobody. What about tailgating on somebody?
Tailgating is a major problem, because if somebody does pull out in front of somebody else, you stop, rear-ended. That's probably our major wreck in Corbin. People get rear-ended every day.
And it's a shame, because a lot of it could be helped, because people, like we're talking about road rage and tailgating and unaware of their surroundings, because they're talking on their phone, their mind's off on somewhere else. A lot of times they'll eat in the vehicle, they'll put on their lipstick or whatever.
They're in a hurry and the person in front of them is not. That's the problem.
Right. So there's so many different things that we can do to be safer out on the roads. And I know it's hard for you every time you go up on a wreck scene and seeing fatalities laying there, that could have been stopped, that could have been helped just by simple decision making. A lot of times common sense.
It takes less than 2 seconds to put on a seatbelt.
2 seconds. What about people that got small children that's supposed to be in the restraint seats, and if you pulled one of them over and they're sitting on their lap in the front seat driving with them?
Well, people need to realize if you're riding like that, your child is automatically an airbag.
Right.
Do not have if your children is not the proper age or weight, all children need to be in the back seat.
Right.
It's so much safer to have a child in the back seat in their child seat. I think it cuts down injuries over 60% just to have them in the back.
Right. And there's so many things that people can do, like the children part, and just being courteous. I mean, that goes a long way. You see people that just wants to rush, always on the go. And if they just take time just to watch out their surroundings. You know, I've seen so many times people pulling right out in front of each other. And, you know, you've seen it too, coming off the secondary streets. And Corbin, you know, has set up one-way streets sometimes, and somebody's coming off the one-way street, and if you ain't real careful, you can bump right into somebody, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know. So watch your surroundings, look around. I mean, be courteous to people. And you'll see a decline in a lot of these fender benders.
Yes. We would like to see that a lot.
So proper insurance. People need to be proper insured, tags up to date, and things of that nature.
Now, in Corbin, we actually tow your vehicle if you don't have insurance, and we put a hold on the vehicle. We will not let you have the vehicle back and put it on the roadway until you bring a policy down there showing we have insurance on the vehicle.
Right.